Hello, everyone, and hello, John. How are you doing today, John?
I am amazing. Can't believe how awake I am.
You gotta tell us someday about that. What's your trick and what's your secret sauce there that keeps you, having a child? For everyone that doesn't know, John has a newborn, and yeah, his life changed for the best. Even though he's not getting too much rest at the moment, it's definitely a good, huge step forward.
Yeah, yeah,
But
definitely a step forward.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a story for another time. Today we're here with some very serious topics, and yeah, we'll slowly tap into them. But first, John, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Seller Candy. I'm sure everyone knows you, but yeah, let's remind them.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why you look so colorful. I look like I'm in grayscale. I don't know what's going on, but I'll fix that next time.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll
Um,
Photoshop myself. Maybe I'm AI. Nowadays, you never know.
you could be AI, yeah. I could be AI.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm John. I founded Seller Candy 5.5 years ago. Seller Candy, what we do is we believe that the worst part about selling on Amazon is dealing with Amazon. So we make it so you never need to sort to seller support again. We have a team of 30, 40 ex-seller support agents based in Philippines. We hire directly from Amazon's support centers. And yeah, we help with all the stuff you don't want to do. Anything you can raise the case about on seller support, dealing with Amazon seller support, basically.
Oh, that's amazing. Hence our topic for today, dealing with suspensions, negative reviews, or even flat file errors. That's what
Mm.
we're going to talk about today, and John has something prepared. But also on these topics, for everyone that's here with us, if you have some question or a struggling problem that might be, in your portfolio right now, we don't encourage problems, but if you have one, this is the best time to write it down, and we'll pick it up at the end of the of the discussion. And yeah, let's slowly dive into it, John. Yeah,
Thank you.
whenever you're
Thank you,
ready.
Marky. And as they say, when is now the best time to ask a question if you have a question?
Always now, yeah.
Always
It's
now.
like that question that also has the same answer. What time is it? It's always now.
It's the power of now. It's
Yeah.
Eckhart
All
Tolle.
right.
All right. Awesome. So, as is, as we said, today we are going to be talking about seller support. And basically, we're going to go through the three of the most complex, difficult, frustrating things that we deal with on a daily basis. And I'm going to share a lot of stuff with you. So, get out your pencil, your paper, your screenshots, and let's dive into it.
Let's go.
So, today, what we'll be going over how to fix three of the most critical support problems we commonly work through. Three, if you've been watching Inglorious Bastards recently, I watched that again. And stay until the end because we'll be giving you out these resources and sharing how you can get things done even quicker. All right, just quickly again about what we believe at Seller Candy. We believe Amazon should never be about running around in circles trying to fix seller support issues over what should be small things, which ruins your focus and takes your eyes from the big picture. We believe it should never be about having too much on your plate and not having time to clear to an energy to train staff, which means you do everything yourself. And it should never be about not knowing what to outsource first, which wastes time, which could otherwise be spent on growing your business or drinking coconuts.
We all start from there, but it's important to evolve into yeah, better business.
Yeah, 100%. Um,
Yeah,
and so we also believe it should never be about waking up in the morning, immediately starting to check your phone and fix problems, not about
refresh,
grinding
refresh.
24/7, not about finding some secret marketing tactic that no one has ever found before, unless you're Marky, of course, and
Well,
not
yeah.
about having some complicated hiring and training process so you can employ a huge team of virtual assistants.
By the
So,
way, happy Prime Day, everyone. I forgot, John.
oh,
This
it's
is very
Prime Day.
important. So yeah, hope you got a lot of zeros there the previous day, and today this is the second day of Prime Day. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
hope so too.
thumbs up.
Hopefully you consulted someone like IntelliRank on how to do your strategy and
Well,
you
yeah,
didn't just lose a load of money. So,
yeah.
what you're also going to learn is how to leverage expert assistance to create time and space in your business so you can scale your revenue, how you can position, how an team can position you as the owner rather than the operator, know exactly what you should and shouldn't be doing in your business, and the end will quickly show you how to grab an expert that knows exactly what you need and can suggest it even before you know what is needed. So I'm going to turn the lights down. It's insanely bright in this room. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's me. Just so you know who I am, I'm founder and CEO of Seller Candy. Yeah, this was the best picture I can have. This isn't AI, but soon there will be an AI version, which is way better. We've served over
It's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. A lot more than 500 clients now. Before that, I was a seller, consultant, and I've run Amazon related businesses for the last nearly 10, I think maybe 10 years now.
OG.
I know, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I thought I was too late when I got into this space.
No, it's never too late. Yeah.
ASM4. So, top rated Amazon, and I get to speak at conferences and go to cool things to talk about Amazon, which is always fun.
And
I
trade
also,
shows, don't forget trade shows.
on
Yeah.
trade shows, yes, beautiful trade shows. I also got to meet my wife because I got to live anywhere in the world I wanted to live. There's me looking younger. And I get to speak at conferences, whether it's virtual or in person, which is always good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started. So, step one is going to be solving seller central issues effectively. So, it's how to solve things faster and more efficiently without setting up these intricate systems we talked about earlier. And this one's for you, Marcel.
Mhm.
So, it's Monday morning. You have a performance notification and it's a suspended listing. Who is suspending your listings?
Amazon.
Dr.
Oh,
Bezos is suspending your listings. This is one of
he's
my
married
favorites.
now, so probably he's happier. No more suspensions.
Or maybe it's just part of his diabolical scheme. So, this is exactly how our agents go about solving a suspended listing. So, a few steps immediately, and then we'll circle back to this later on in the process. So, first step is to raise a case to seller support and ask them what they think it is. There is method behind our madness, and once you've raised this case, you have to write down the case ID. And this is the thing you need: is you need this case ID. So once you've raised the case, write down the case ID. Then you raise another case to Amazon requesting them to enable your category listing report if it isn't already automatically enabled. And what the category listing report is, it's an amazing flat or feed file for all of your listings. This allows you to make edits even if they're suppressed or locked. Because usually when you have a suspended listing, Amazon locks down the listing and you need to change it, but you can't change it because they locked it down. So you're in this vicious cycle of not being able to fix it quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to complete these these initial steps for the top 5 issues. I've broken down the top 5 issues because this will cover 90% of anyone ever actually experiences from a suspended listing. So if it's a product policy violation, you have to sanitize your listing. And what we mean by sanitize is delete all of the content currently in the category listing report for that listing and replace it with like generic stuff. Like this is a blue widget. No, nothing that could be sexy or could be seen as confrontational to Amazon.
Yeah.
So basic explanation of what the product is, that should be product, and generic search terms. And then you upload this bulk feed file and note down the upload number. This is the second piece of information you need. It's the bulk file upload number for this listing.
Mhm.
All right, that's the first one. Second one, an authenticity complaint. So if it's an authenticity complaint, you have to annotate your invoices. Sounds simple, not quite so simple. So first you find your invoices. Secondly, you have to mark them up, marking the products in red and adding a description and arrows. The reason for adding a description is unless you have somehow made your invoices with the exact Amazon title on it, they won't be able to link necessarily your product to what it says on the invoice because they might be called red widgets and your product might be called the most amazing red widgets in the world from, hopefully not because they'll get suspended, but from such and such a company. And you have to link those things together and show them like this is that. And that's why the title is different because we didn't call it the same thing. You then upload the invoices to Amazon so they can see the source of the products. And that's it. That's those 3 steps. Pretty simple. Take a screenshot if you like for authenticity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to make their life easy because, yeah, customer support always needs to, they have KPIs and they have to complete everything in a very short time. So if it's not clear to them, they're more, it's easier for them to say, it's not good. Send me another one rather than you making a point there and explaining everything on the invoice.
Oh, exactly.
Stupid.
Imagine you have 13 seconds to click a
Oof.
button and it has to match.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
just, yeah, make it as simple as possible that even anyone who can do it, who can see it, can do it, and they don't have to do any effort. Imagine you don't want to put in any effort.
I like here, John, I want to specify the KISS format, keeping it simple, straightforward, or simple, stupid. Always try to think like that because you never know who you meet behind, the keyboard from Amazon, and
Mm.
they might be smart or not. Never know. So try to keep it
Okay, stupid
straightforward,
simple. Yes, I know.
stupid, simple.
KISS seller support.
Yeah.
That's how you get
All
down
right.
quickly. So, third one, IP violations.
There
So
we
when you get an
go.
IP violation, you get a message. And the cool thing about the message from IP violations is they give you the email address for the person that claims you violated their IP. So you get that email and you email them. You track all correspondence and you reach out to them and you say, hey, I got this. Is there something wrong? Can I help? What's going on? You then track this correspondence, and if the brand owner or the person that raised it doesn't respond after 5 attempts, then you can raise a case to Amazon using the evidence of tracked emails saying these guys are not playing ball. It seems strange that they would email us and then not respond. And this is great evidence to Amazon to say these guys are not working with good intentions. Let's remove that IP violation.
I picked up here something very powerful from our friend Rich, John.
Mm,
IP can be used as a shield or as a sword.
mm,
So if you can prove that they're using it as a sword just to cut down on you, even sometimes it may go, beyond what its purpose is. Imagine that all the IP is there to protect their brand. That's the main purpose.
mm,
So they want to protect. If you infringe once, it's not that of a big deal unless you do what John just explained, just try to reach out to them. So, myself, I have a personal example here. I went into an IP with one of the brands, one of the products, and that the person was trying to scam me, not scam me, but rather make me pay them like $100,000 for the damage in sales that I may have supposedly provoked them. And they were very pushy and very persistent and provided me with a bank account where to send the money and everything, out of an IP infringement. So this was the owner of the brand I mistakenly infringed. But there are some technicalities, and in my case, this was not like on the principal registration offer for the
mm,
trademark. It was a keyword actually that we use. So it was on the supplement. This is like less powerful. And also, it was not an exact match. So it was like somehow close to it.
mm,
Still, people are trying to leverage this. So be careful. They might try to, ruin your business or get some money out of you.
mm.
We
Yeah, so
learn
it's
from
very important to
experience.
talk to a lawyer. Rich is a great one. Rich Goldstein's a great person to talk to.
Yeah.
And I think in that case, it sounds like that business probably had a legal firm on retention who get a percentage of claimed funds.
All
So
right.
sometimes these guys who are super litigious, it's because they've got legal protection on retention, and these guys want to earn their fees.
That makes sense. It's a money
So
game, apparently.
it's a money. That was all a money game, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in the US, doing business in America.
Oh, yeah.
So number four, product safety issue. So these are quite common as well. This can be because someone reports something. It can be something that's highlighted on your listing, or it could be like voice of the customer gets too high for a certain issue that people are reporting in reviews. So you have to review the issues right by Amazon, see what's going on there. Then you need to create a plan of action to address these points, even if you don't think they're valid. So this is a common thing we say at Seller Candy, and I say to the team, is do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? With Amazon, I think we can all agree that we all want to make money,
Oh,
and
yeah.
arguing with Amazon gets you nowhere. So we could argue for 2 months about whether it's actually a safety issue or whether they're doing BS or somebody accidentally returned something, so they get free returns. They made up a reason why it didn't work. Or we can accept the issue, like, oh, yes, I'm so very sorry that happened. Steps taken immediately. Usually it would be a bin check to check that everything that's still in Amazon's warehouse doesn't have the same issue. Yeah, I requested a bin check that so that they check all the rest of the products. and they don't have the same issue. And I put a plan in place again, so it won't happen. We've instructed the warehouse to check everything before it goes out. And this is even if, like, quite a common thing for a product safety issue is Amazon has repackaged a return. And this is even if like it's
Right.
just a repackaged return that you have no control over, you can still say these steps and we still accept things so that we can move forward. And then you just load the case and response.
That's amazing. Yeah. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that. Or you can make it complicated and you can say that wasn't a real issue. Please remove it from my account, Amazon. And they say we will investigate and get back to you in 2 weeks. Well, we
Yeah.
you
Two
can't
years
sell your
later,
product.
you'll be still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
And the final one, hazmat. So hazardous material. So if a hazmat comes up, you need to see if it has hazardous ingredients or prepare a sheet. So if you do have hazardous ingredients, hopefully you know from your own testing or from your manufacturer that it's a hazardous product, and you either upload your manufacturer's safety data sheet or your own, which you will have created. Hopefully you know that. If it's not applicable, which is more likely, you go into the search function in Seller Central. You search for the SDS exemption sheet in the search bar. You find the one for your category because they're category specific, and then you put in your information. And then you upload it to Amazon, and it's that simple. This stuff all seems very simple, but the reason that I'm sharing this is because at the time you don't know what to do. So that's when you need to come back to this and look, oh no, what do I do? I'm afraid of losing my product, losing my account.
You know when things are simple, John? When you know what to do.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So simplicity, from my perspective, is always about having the information that makes it simple. Otherwise, you'll be panicking and just, hitting in the dark, yeah. Shooting in the
Yeah.
dark. I would believe that's the term, yeah.
Shooting in the dark. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I was in a mastermind today and I taught everyone else in the mastermind the phrase spray and pray, which is,
Hmm.
if you heard that phrase, they'd never heard of it
Yeah,
before, and they're English. Okay,
me
okay,
neither.
never mind. Spray and pray just means to fire things in every direction and hope that it hits. And that's the way that a lot
Something.
of sellers fix things as well. So yeah, there may only be 3 steps here, but if you don't know the 3 steps, you might do 100 steps and to get to the right steps.
Yeah. And usually, like you very well mentioned earlier, usually people tend to argue with Amazon and say, no, it's not my fault. I have my products, quality check, everything in place. So definitely not on our side. That doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Accept.
matter.
So then move forward.
Yeah, we want to be not right, rich.
Yeah.
So what if this doesn't work? So if Amazon
Hmm.
confirms the listing is compliant and it's still suspended, then you have to delete and relist, which is what they mean is you delete, you wait for 24 hours for it to reset, and then you re-upload the listing. Um, this is the bit where people can panic sometime or get nervous, especially if you've never done this before, because you're worried like, oh, if I delete it, I'll lose my sales history, I'll lose my reviews. And we're here to say we've done this hundreds of times, probably thousands of times. And when you upload a listing onto Amazon, it's in your account, but then it ends up in Amazon Central Catalog. And when it's in the catalog, you can no longer delete it. It's no longer your listing, but you can delete it from your account. So if you delete it from your account, all reviews will still be there. You'll be fine, and you can re-upload it 24 hours later. There will be no problem.
Yeah. No need, by the way, to also relabel or anything on the
Mm,
product. They're still there. They're okay. Yeah.
still there, yeah. Then you can then link your inventory there. You may have to get your FNSKU and then re-put that in, but it should automatically relink it as well.
Yeah.
Should be perfect, maybe. So,
Well,
and if you're still having issues after that, this is when the time investment comes in, and this is when you call them on the phone. So, Marcel, you want to be Amazon? I'll be me.
okay. Let's do role
Okay.
play.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling Amazon. How can I
Shut up.
support you today?
No. Okay. No. All right. So you call them up and you say, "Hey, I've had this issue." Amazon says, "Okay." So I'm going to put the words in your mouth. Okay. Awesome. Not awesome, but I'm sorry you've had that issue. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and raise a case for you and see what they say, and we'll get back to you in 48 hours. And you say, "Oh, no need. I've already raised a case. I did that in step one that John shared with me. Here's the case ID." And they go, "Oh, cool. That's great. So you've tried that already. I've checked the case. Seems like we didn't figure out what it was. What I'm going to do now for you is I'm going to do a bulk upload, like a flat file for you." And you go, "Oh." touche, I've already done that. Here's my bulk file upload number. And that saves you another 2 days. Yeah, oh, cool. All right, well, we've done those two things, but you won't have thought of this one. I want you to delete it, wait for 24 hours and relist. And you go, sir, ma'am, sir, I've already done that one. So now we've done these three things, and they're the three things they're going to tell you to do. So rather than wait for 2 to 4 days each time for each of those things to come forward and back, we've done them all. And we probably did them within a couple of days, depending on how long it took to delete and relist. So now they say, oh no, all right, we're going to have to put you through to someone who can actually do something. And that's how you eventually get through to the leadership team or the escalation team or whoever can do something about it at that time.
Yeah, for everyone here, John and his team, they have done this like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of times. I don't know how many times we've done this.
Thousands of times. We've done
And
100,000 tickets or
well,
120,000 tickets, but I don't know how
yeah,
many of them. Well, 5%. Maybe we've done, maybe, yeah, maybe we've done this 5,000 times.
it's a lot though.
A lot, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm glad it
yeah,
wasn't me personally. So there wasn't
yeah,
a magic pill, and we didn't slip them any random money. Our ethos is if we can tell them exactly how to solve the issue, then they can follow my process. We don't have to follow their process. So as a breakdown, you download Amazon's flat file, the category listing report for your listing. You make edits, create a clean version. You delete the listing, wait 24 hours, re-upload it, and then you just call until they fix it.
persistence. Yeah,
Persistence is key. If you
yeah,
like infographics, here's a 4-step infographic. I personally like
the cool one.
the one you're attached to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
chain yourself to it.
yeah.
So we are flipping the issue resolution process on its head. How about another?
Well,
So
let's try.
it's Tuesday morning. It's been a week. You wake up and you have an unfair bad review. What can you do? And
Well,
we all
first,
know who is
that's
on
the
the other
first
end
thing.
rejecting all your hard work, don't we?
I can guess this one. Yeah, he's happily newly married.
Okay, yes, it's Dr. Bezos, happily newly married,
This
$100
character
million.
again.
If he'd only given us like a couple of those millions, it'd be great, wouldn't
Well, yeah, one would suffice. Yeah, for me, I'm humble.
it? Just a million, just a
Just
million,
a minute.
$1 million. Yeah. When he asks for $1 million in the movie. All right. So this
Yeah,
is exactly how our agents go about removing bad reviews. So just so we can start from the base and build it very quickly, there are two ways that buyers can leave reviews. One is account feedback on the account, and this can only be seen if you check the seller profile, and the other one is product reviews. Just so we both all understand that. So to remove seller feedback, here's the relatively simple process with a little bit of nuance at the end because it's changed a bit recently. Log into Seller Central, go to Performance, Feedback. Then you can look around, find any negative reviews. Negative is anything under 3 on a rating. And you can request removal if it's anything that is a product review, it's shipping related, if you're an FBA seller, or anything that isn't to do with you personally as a seller. And if you're selling FBA, which probably most of us are, then the only thing related to you is customer service. Everything else is not related to you. So unless they say these guys have terrible customer service and they told me to go away, then you can pretty much get that removed.
yeah, just keep the ones that talk about how good products you have and there are 5 stars. Don't
Oh
remove
yeah,
those
don't remove
immediately.
anything that's 5 stars. Unless they've given you 5 stars and it's also terrible, which I guess would be a bit backwards. But
Hmm,
I've
yeah.
seen some people put 1 star reviews, which are pretty good just to seed them.
So some people put a 1 star review and say, very good product. I loved it. And it's like, well, WTF. Yeah. one
Yeah,
star and it's a very
it
good
must be
product.
German. Yeah. Like, if you've ever sold in Germany, they are the most harsh reviews ever. They're great. Like, best thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one for my friends. 3 stars. It was not a 4 star product. What are you talking about? Nothing
Four
can be
star
four
for my
stars.
wife, 5 star for God only. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like the Middle Eastern version.
Yeah.
So if Amazon refuses to remove feedback, this is what you do. So if you try and remove it, Amazon says no, you transfer it to your assistant. If you don't have an assistant, you are your assistant. So you transfer it to yourself and you keep it open until Amazon removes it. And if you let that case close, it takes longer to get it removed. So it's always stay with it, go around the cycle and yeah, get it removed because your future self will be thankful that you managed to keep it going. Not when you have a backlog of 100 of them, and then you have to spend all your days removing negative reviews.
Well, yeah, you can do better things.
Do better things. So to remove a product review, here's the process.
There we go.
First, report abuse. So you can go onto the review here, click the report abuse button, where it says, was the review helpful to you? And you can write a clear reason why the review details are inappropriate. You can only stick to Amazon's guidelines. So you have to look at Amazon's review guidelines and say, this is why it doesn't meet Amazon's guidelines. Hopefully, like it's nothing to do with the product. It's about delivery. It's something totally separate. You have to stick within guidelines though, because otherwise it's fraud, which you don't want to do. Fraud is very bad.
Yeah.
Amazon suspends you for that. So, second, number two is you can do the same thing again, but through contacting seller support. So you go into seller support, you click on product reviews, and then you use this kind of template we've created here. You can just take a screenshot of it and raise it through product reviews.
What template? Ah, there we
Oh,
go.
here, these bits. Sorry, it's in the box.
It's in the box.
You
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
zoom
there.
in, take a screenshot, remove our faces, and then you can keep it forever.
Yeah.
With our faces, it's not going to last. And for
Um,
brand owners, which I assume most of us are on this call, so you have brand registry. With the brand dashboard, you can see negative reviews and you can contact the buyer, send them a message. You can send them a message. So it has to be an amazing message, the best message you've ever written. And you can't be asking them to please remove your review or anything like that. You just have to give amazing customer service and hope that out of the goodness of their heart, they go, oh, that's why they reached out because I gave them that terrible review. I should probably go and change that.
unless they're German and they'll stick to the three
I'll be like,
stars.
three
So.
stars was amazing. What are you talking about? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless you.
Sneezing.
Yeah.
So, okay, John. So now you've told me how to fix some of the hardest to solve issues in my account. But what if I have technical problems during the update?
Hmm.
Good question. I wish I
Good
knew the
question.
answer. I do know the answer. So, uh-oh, you have an error on your flat file code. And you need some secret sauce, don't you? And who has the secret sauce?
Well, I know that guy again.
Nope. No, it's not. He's not here this
No.
time. No. So there are 12 types of common error codes. I got you there, though.
Oh,
It's great.
yeah, you definitely got me. Yeah. He's with Vanessa or what's her name?
Well, I should put what Vanessa here. So
Yeah.
there are 12 types of common area codes. These are the 12 that come up most often, and I'm sure you know all of them because I don't. But what we've done is I thought, how can I teach this easily to a big group of people? And I thought a 5-hour lecture is the perfect way to do it. And then I thought that was a terrible idea. So I got the SOP from our system. I PDF'd it and I put it here. So if you want our SOP to just go and download all the definitions and the walkthrough of how to fix them, just download it from here. I made it for
Thank you,
you.
John. That's making everyone's life much easier. And this is the SOP the team is using on your side to
Yeah,
actually do this. So
just
thank you for
our
sharing that.
SOP. That was easy. It's easy for us
I'll
because we spent a
I'll
long time
buy
making it.
you a drink when we meet next.
Oh, a drink. I'm gonna need more than I'm gonna need two drinks because
And a nap.
and a nap. Two drinks and a nap sounds amazing. Maybe just a
Yeah.
nap. All right,
Nice
resolution.
idea.
So easy. It's a three-step process. You check the attached document, you run through the steps, and then you celebrate that you finally got flat files to work. The easiest three-step process I have ever created.
Hmm. All right.
So, for example, you have this is a child SKU already assigned to a parent SKU. You run through the steps, which are in the file. I'm not going to read through them. And we have 12 different solutions based on different issues that are in the download. So just follow the steps.
Perfect.
Does this help?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, you got to do it first, but good. The answer is yes.
Action is
Usually I
always
don't have
good.
someone commenting in the background. Yeah, this is help. Someone's going, oh, maybe. Yeah, good point. You should follow the guide, download it. So,
Yeah.
part two. Well, we got a couple more parts. I think we have enough time. It's getting expert support without the drama. This is our little bridge part in the middle. So, how do you get real expert assistance without paying high consultancy fees or wasting time hiring, training, and managing the wrong person? And what we mean here is without paying high fees to get this stuff done, because this stuff is in the middle, isn't it? It's like you probably don't have the skill to do it yourself, but it's not revenue generating. Like ranking your product or like doing PPC advertising.
Yeah.
And with anything in your business, our ethos and my ethos is assistants must be experts. Just like your other providers must be experts, assistants must be experts. But how do you train someone to do more than you can do? Good question.
Very good
So
question.
you might go to Upwork, you might go to Fiverr, you might go to Indeed, you might go to Monster, and then you might fail. Or you might find someone who wants $5,000, $10,000 a month because actually to do this kind of to do this kind of work, you actually need a lot of experience with Amazon and going through the fire.
Yeah.
What happens when you hire an employee to support you? You're constantly asked for guidance, your problems don't get solved, you can't trust them to take care of your livelihood, so you check everything they've done, wasting your time, and wasted time and money and any energy and training basically just means opportunity cost. You just lose
So
opportunity cost.
this is usually the how people think it's cheaper to hire someone in-house to do it, but expertise and knowledge is not that easily to obtain. So you either find a good guy, which you'll pay a lot of money to do it, or otherwise, if you are to train that guy, you'll trust me, and I've been there, you'll spend more money trying to perfect him and get him to expert level than finding another easy solution to the problem. And yeah, again, this is from my experience.
Oh, me too. And the majority of people that I meet, you start a business because you want freedom. And some of them are, you might be an organized person, you might be an operational person. And if you're an operational person, you're already hiring and training people now because that's your personality type. If you're not an
Yeah.
operational person, then you can't hire people and expect them to be consultants. You hire someone, they're never going to be a consultant level person unless they're a consultant. And that's been my lessons over many years. Employees aren't consultants. They need to be hired and trained and managed.
Yeah.
Unless you hire a COO or something like that, and then that's great. Just get out your $200,000 a year
That's something.
and up. I mean, you can, but they're just very expensive.
Yeah.
So, you need someone who can reliably take care of the busy work so you can focus on growth. I think we've got some nice reviews here. These are some nice reviews of seller support. Some of our favorite. Sign up for
Yeah.
ulcers, absolutely diabolical, worst service ever. I'm glad that none of us run this company.
Yeah.
So, how can you get the team you need without hiring a full-timer who knows the business? And how can you get access to real experts and still have it be affordable? Not paying $5,000, $10,000 a month. The answer is simple. It's experience and numbers. You need access to a fractional team, so a larger team that's paid more than you can reasonably afford, but that can scale with you. It's good for you because you get access to a team of real experts with a deep understanding of Seller Central. You'll eliminate the need to source, hire, and train staff to manage the back end work. You don't need to oversight, don't need to look over their shoulder to check it's done. And it's totally scalable. So as you grow, the team can grow and you can add capacity, whether that's an assistant, but that also actually fits for all of the things you can do in your business, whether that's marketing, whether that's launching, whether that's doing any of those non-interesting things that other people do.
Yeah.
So, step three, the final step, is how to get to know what to give your team or assistant. And this one's important because a lot of time people don't hire or people don't take on extra support because they're like, oh, what would I give them first? I don't have enough to do. And you don't have enough to give them, but I'm busy all day every day. So there's a gap there
Mm.
somewhere. And it's how do we close that gap between being busy all the time and not having anything to give anyone? Probably a problem there somewhere.
Organizational, probably, or awareness. Never know.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to go here is awareness, because awareness leads to organization. And when you do have a team, one of my big beliefs is if you want team to take ownership, make things visible. Um, it's a bonus tip. But yeah, anything you want to be managed, make it visible to everybody. People will start to manage it and then put a system on top of it.
Yeah.
So, what we do, I skipped that slide, is we do an Amazon Seller Central gap review. And a gap review, as it says on the tin, is the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. So we review the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. This is the process that we use. I'm just going to share it to you as well. So if you watch this back, you can create a sheet and basically do it for yourself because it's a great way to identify what you're doing in your business, and you want to take where you are now and do the 30,000 foot view down on your business rather than like being inside every day, looking at your million different small things that have to be done. So, what's the aim of a gap review? It's to evaluate all aspects of your Amazon presence, provide logical steps you could take to smash your revenue goals, and give you a fresh perspective and an unbiased view of what you're doing now. And then a triage system, we basically add the numbers together, lets you know which changes are going to make the biggest impact on the fastest time for the lowest cost. That's what we're trying to find. What's actually going to make a difference in your business. So first we look at current state of the business, and we look through many different verticals for this. We look through back end of Seller Central. We look at listing errors, marketing overview, buy box suppressions, account health issues, and expansion opportunities. I went that very quickly, but you go into seller support, you go, oh, all right. Does everything make sense? When I click on my listings, does it link properly between the storefront and the brand name? Are any settings wrong? Have I gone through FBA settings? Is everything turned into the right setting? Do I have like inventory placement service turned on? I think one of our clients had $160,000 in excess inventory placement service fees, which sucks
Yeah.
because Amazon is never going to give them back to you, and you were just paying Amazon to do nothing. No, well, not do nothing, but basically do nothing you wanted for $160,000.
That's a big number.
Yeah, and painful. Marketing overview. What's going on? Are we wasting money? Do we have a bunch of old campaigns turned on, which we forgot about? Has Amazon randomly turned on some other campaigns again, which I didn't realize had happened? That kind of thing happens all the time. Or reset the budgets. Buy box
Yeah.
suppressions. So, are any of my SKUs or sub SKUs or my children suppressed? Sometimes these are missed and they get stuck. And then we realize we haven't sold anything for a couple of weeks on this SKU, and it's because it was suppressed and we had 52 colors. Account health issues. So, are there any dormant account health issues, or is like voice of the customer getting higher and higher, and it's something we should look at, but we haven't looked at it yet? And if it goes a couple of percentage points higher, we're going to get a suspension. Or expansion opportunities. So, are we leaving easy money on the table by not shipping across borders or selling in Canada? Maybe we sell, moose hats in America and we're not selling them in Canada, and it's the number one market in the world. So what are the expansion opportunities for moose hats?
Yeah.
So it's okay, I have a Canadian friend. So element two is impact. So what we do after that is we go through how much difference will it really make? So we go through every item we've identified. We've probably got a huge list that we've created. I would put it in a Google Sheet and then go, okay, for every item from point one, go through point by point, evaluate what's going to make a difference if changed and how much impact that's going to have on our business. And this takes the stress out of knowing what we should be working on first, because we know from 1 to 10, is this a 1? Why did I put it on the list? Or a 10, this needs to be done, probably. So then we get into cost time analysis. So we go through again and we evaluate everything again. Can be 1 to 10. What's the amount of time it's going to take to fix or improve something? Approximately how much is it going to cost? Is it super cheap, free? I could do it now. Or is it going to take 2 years and $10 million? So we then check this against impact, because there's no point throwing time and money at something that's not going to make a big enough difference in our business to bother working on it. Which brings us to our final element, which is priority. So we look at the look objectively, at your list and prioritize. I need to update that. What you should be working on right now. What's going to make the biggest impact for the lowest time and cost. And this is the same process we've used to help consulting clients make profitable decisions for the last 5 years, and you can use it too. Like when we onboard a new client at Seller Candy, we do this process and then get on a call and talk our clients through this, because this is an important way that we show value. We find money for them, hopefully to pay for their service, and then also give them a bunch of stuff which they need to give to us for us to fix.
Why not?
We're going to be busy for a long time. So
Yeah.
when you use the gap system to review your presence, you get a fresh perspective on where you are now. You get steps which you can take from where you are now to where you want to be. And this makes a huge impact on your business if you follow the plan. It's just a way to get the plan. And you won't
Amazing.
believe this, Marky, but
Probably.
we've only had 40 minutes here.
All right. 40
Exactly 40
straight.
minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly 40 minutes. I delivered on pinpoint accuracy. We've only had exactly 40 minutes here.
This is
Uh,
magic.
Here's magic, yeah. How would you like a personal one-on-one session to review how you could apply this to your business?
Sign me up.
Okay, you
I'm
can
up
take
for
one
it.
of the slots. We've only got a limited number of slots. We have 12 slots. We have 11
11.
slots now. So opening up 12 slots with the Seller Candy team. And we can talk about a technical issue, your team, or anything going on in your business. So last time we did this, we found a listing that had been suppressed from search and cost tens of thousands of dollars in sales. The seller had just given up. And then we went back. It was like 13 months later. We're like, oh, we did it in, I think, 3 weeks. We got it back up. Another seller had hidden missing inbound shipments, totaling more than like $7,800. And we helped them get that back. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, we could always find something that sellers are leaving on the table. And that's what we're going to find for you if you want to sign up. So usually we charge $497 for one of these sessions, but for the first 12 people, we'll do it for free.
11 people.
11 people now, so you're right. So
Yeah.
if you would like one of these, and don't let Marky take all of them.
No, no, no. One is enough. Yeah.
Okay, then I've just put the link in the chat, and if you're watching the replay, I guess the link in the email, I'll send you the I'll send you the link.
Yeah, yeah.
And if there's any if it's still available, if that link is still there, then we've still got spots available. So
Amazing.
we have a few more minutes for some Q&A questions. It can be
Great.
Amazon issues, seller candy questions. It can be absolutely anything.
This is the time to speak up. So, yeah, for anyone that's here with us, drop the questions. I see we have a few questions here, John, for you. So, one would be like, if my account or ASIN gets suspended today, what's the first thing I should do? And I want to add something to this. Or what should I never do? The second part is for me.
Yeah, second part for you. What you
Yeah.
should do, take a breath. Take a breath. Think, yeah, I mean, which comes to what you never should do, which is send an emotional response to Amazon, because no matter how we think we need to respond immediately, which we should do as fast as quickly as possible, it's all about quality of response. So we have one chance. Well, we have many chances, but the first chance is fastest and best. So we want to do an amazing job on this first chance. So we think about it, we rewatch John's presentation, or we contact someone who actually knows what they're doing, and we put the plan together so the first plan fits. Because the worst thing is when they reject a plan, you have to go around in circles, and then you get worried. And when they reject it, they say, "We will not be reviewing any more of your trash you are sending us." I don't say that, but they say, "We won't be reviewing anything more." And yes, they will, but it gets more and more scary. So wait, take a pause, investigate, get some advice, and then send your plan of action.
Amazing. I like here the stop sign. If you look at it as an acronym, is like stop, like stop. The S is stop, I believe. T is for think,
Hmm.
O for observe, and P for plan. So it
Oh,
always go like that.
panic, not
Or
panic.
panic.
Mm.
Either one, yeah.
In the stop acronym,
Amazing.
S is for stop. Yeah, I get it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
What would be the three mistakes sellers make with flat files, and how can we avoid them?
Uh,
That's a tough one.
that's a
Yeah.
tough one. Yeah. So the biggest mistake, I gave you the top 12 mistakes with that download earlier. So hopefully
Yeah.
you've snagged that download. Um,
Well,
actually, I can stop sharing my screen.
well, oh, yeah.
Um,
From your experience, I believe, John, here would be the best way to put it. What have you encountered more often?
Yeah, so I mean, those errors are what we can count them most often. The problem is when you upload, it gives you an error, you upload again, gives you an error, upload again, gives you an error. You just don't want to get in that cycle. That cycle sucks. So our goal is to not be in that cycle.
Also, I believe here would be the incorrect version of the template. Sometimes the
Mm,
templates do change, so make sure you're downloading the latest one. Don't assume you have the latest one. That's one
mm,
thing that we
I
have
understand.
seen, and yeah. And
Wow.
yeah, maybe the third one would be the improper use of the update or delete actions. Be careful with that one. That
Yeah.
happened in the past as well. All right. Um, we have one last question here, John. How do I protect my listings and account from competitor sabotage or dirty tactics? Well,
Hmm.
this one's interesting.
Good question. There isn't that much you can do, to be honest. Um, if you suspect it, track everything. Track if you see like a load of negative reviews starting to come in that look suspicious, start tracking them. So you have a history of everything. Because if you have to raise anything to Amazon, you want a history, like a blow by blow history. So our goal is to track everything so that if something goes wrong, we can fix it quickly because we know what's happening day by day.
Also, I'd like to add here the backup to your listings. That would be downloading
Mm.
the,
The
what's
flat
that
file.
thing?
Yeah, yeah.
The flat
Download the
file, yeah.
category listing report. Yeah. Or
Exactly.
also keep doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I believe that there are some services that keep pushing and updating through API your listings with your
Yes.
information. That would be safe, but that's if you're considering yourself under attack and under a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
stress.
I There's also I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Yeah, we'd have to check on the specific service. I don't know if that's the best thing to continuously push your listing up.
Nevertheless, having a backup, it's a must.
100%, yeah. Have a
Yeah.
backup of everything. I mean, hopefully, yeah, have a backup anyway when every time you update it with an update history, because if you make an update and it goes down, then you want a copy of the latest one. So every time you do an update, every time you do anything, create a backup and file it. And then it's easy to go back in versions. You don't have to think, oh, what was the word I changed last time? And then get stuck. That's the
All
worst.
right.
We also had a couple of questions submitted by email, I think, just before.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All
Um,
right.
One was about the freebie because someone was at a previous webinar. They said, if I have a suspended listing, can I ask your team about that? My answer to that is yes. You can literally ask anything you want in that session.
Amazing.
Um, we have what type of issues do you solve at Seller Candy? Like we solve everything. We solve everything from as simple as doing feed files and flat files and pushing updates to listings to as complicated as listing suspensions or even account suspensions. So we do anything that you can raise a case about, plus dealing with Amazon account suspensions. Do you have one-off tasks? Like, yes, we can do one-off things if you need it. We are an ongoing service usually, but if you have one thing you need to solve, come and talk to us about it because we know it's those one things that are costing you a lot of money. And
All right.
what if you don't have a problem right now? And that's one that someone submitted before, which is
Perfect.
perfect. Yeah. So if you don't have a problem right now, that's awesome. But you probably have issues. Not you personally, but your Amazon account probably has issues because everyone has issues in their account. So I booked something anyway just to us to have a review of your account, figure out what's going on with you.
So I guess, yeah, I don't know if you can track it, but I think you're out of slots anyway, because definitely it's something that you definitely guys should take into consideration talking to John and the team, because at the end of the day, it's about getting a perspective, and it's a free perspective here. And yeah, John is only giving away 12, 11
Yeah.
slots. Let's call them 12. Yeah, I'll book mine.
You can have an
And
extra free one just for you.
oh, thank you. Appreciate it. So there we go. I'm not
Extra,
tapping into
extra, extra. Yeah, yeah. So
the actual slots.
if it's still up
But
there, if the calendar's still up there and it still works, it's still available.
operational, I believe you mentioned as well, operational and tactics with the team and everything. So I believe this applies to pretty much everyone having a chat and yeah, take it from there. Never know what happens. This is
Yeah.
how great businesses evolve by simple chats.
Mm,
Don't need
okay.
magic.
Well, I'm glad because I don't believe in magic.
Well, I saw two things here magical happening today. The first one was when we started, and the second one was with the 40 minutes, and nothing was planned there. So I don't know how you touched base on that one.
So
Very
probably
good.
my angel numbers.
And I took over and I spoke over your speech, so that could have been, you got me thinking there. Nevertheless,
Maybe. All right. All
John,
right. I believe in magic now. Magic,
all
angel
right,
numbers, everything. I'm into the
there we
star
go.
signs.
Thank you. Thank you, John, for this amazing presentation and the very, very informative talk. For everyone out there, I'll put also the link in the replay. We'll be sending out a replay of this to everyone in the list. And for those of you that have been here with us, thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. John, anything
Perfect.
else you want to add?
Thanks, everyone. No, thank you for hosting, and it's perfect. Thank you.